Back cutting oats, back home at Overbury now, and a variety called Merlin, spring oats. Got about 65 hectares to do. First year of growing oats for a long time. Wanted something that was relatively cheap to grow in a block of sand and gravel land down here. Needed a break crop, and have got a reasonable contract for this. It's a milling oat, and although the crop doesn't look too bad, it's actually pretty thin when you get into it. If you look down through there, it hasn't really tilled at all, so yields are sort of about 4 tonnes a hectare, which is a little bit disappointing, but not surprising really, considering again the weather that we've been dealt this year. What we are doing is baling up the straw, so putting it behind the combine in a swath. Going to leave it for a few days. There's bits of green, a few bits of green stems in there. The weather forecast is again dry for about another week, 10 days. It's going to be a nice warm hot day tomorrow. That'll just sweat some of these stems away, and we'll bale it up. Then we're going to put it in one of our barns and hopefully sell it in the winter time, just to add a little bit of extra income to this. Usually we would be chopping all the straw, but with oats going into winter wheat, I wanted just to remove that straw. It takes a lot of nitrogen from the soil to break down oat straw, so removing it will hopefully enable the winter wheat to get off to a very good start in the autumn. Depending on when and if we get some rain, we will be putting a cover crop in here, looking at some smart radish, some buckwheat, and some mustard, just to open the soil up a little bit. It's gone a little bit tight after the cover crop last winter, lambs grazing it over the winter, and then no rain really to get the biology to work and open up the soil a little bit through the spring and summer. So if we get a bit of rain, we'll come in here. Obviously we don't want the rain with all the swaths on the straw. It's another downside to baling off this material, is if it gets wet, sits here and delays things. But I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue with the forecast that we've got this year. It's getting it's about 10 to 9 in the evening. Tim's been going slower and slower since the sun's disappeared. Not a lot of dust flying now. Grain is about 14%. It's about 16 when we started, so we'll be able to blend all of that together in the grain store. And hopefully get that moved fairly quickly. It's a harvest movement on the pool, so we can get that out and then we can reuse the store for something else a bit later on. Yeah, that's where we are. Lots of wildlife out here, plenty of brown hares, just seen a fox, and lots of skylark, and mainly skylarks actually floating around, so that's good. So yeah, day 13. Should finish the oats tomorrow, and then I think probably onto some spring barley, but we shall see.